Hey there. Welcome to the Revenue Revolution Roundtable. Today's training is one of my favorites, actually. I love this topic because I think it's one that's the most misunderstood and often the most feared when it comes to being an entrepreneur and running your business and marketing in general. We're talking all about paid traffic. Now, paid traffic can be this incredible accelerator to growing your business. And if done really well, you can skyrocket to levels that you've never experienced before. On the other hand, if you don't necessarily do it well, it can be a huge money drain on your business. So I designed this training to help you really understand how to create a profitable ad campaign so that you can grow your business, increase your revenue, and scale your impact. Let's dive in. For those of us who haven't met yet, I want to take a minute to introduce myself. I'm Jennifer Tamborski. I am a marketing strategist and an NLP master coach, and really with a passion for helping business owners like you grow and scale. I'm also a mom of three practically grown kids and a wife, so I do understand the juggling act that is work and life, and also growing and scaling a successful business. I spent the past roughly decade running a digital marketing agency, and it has given me a front row seat to the roller coaster ride that a lot of entrepreneurs often feel. And trust me, I've even felt that same sensation of being lost in that ever-shifting maze of marketing, the one that you might be feeling right now. In the last 2 years, I've actually pivoted my business to more of a consulting role. I am the person that businesses now turn to when they're scratching their head wondering, what on earth do I do first or next? How do I actually get to that next level of business? So whether you're struggling with paid traffic or lead generation or some other aspect of marketing, I've been there. I've sailed through it, and more importantly, I've helped my clients sail through it. Oftentimes, when business owners are struggling with their leads and with their paid traffic campaigns, or even looking at paid traffic campaigns, they feel like they know that they need to create a strategy that generates consistent leads and sales, but they're overwhelmed or unsure of where to start and what works. You might actually be struggling with your marketing, whether you've had something that converted in the past and now it's just not working, or you've yet to find the success within that space. Or you're confused about where to start when it comes to creating consistent, high-quality lead generation. You know, the ones that turn into sales. Here's the thing about paid traffic. You have a proven offer that has seen results. And now you're ready to reach the masses and scale your business. And you might be exhausted from trying to spend hours a day trying to generate high quality leads organically. Or you're just stuck in that paralysis and spending all of your time comparing yourself to those gurus out there. You know, the ones that you've seen online who are steps ahead of you, sometimes a million steps ahead of you. And you're trying to figure out how to create the success that they have. Today, we're going to dive into one of those things that those gurus are using. It's the 5 steps to creating profitable ad campaigns. We're going to start with step 1, and that is really constructing your strategy. In order to construct a really effective strategy, you have to understand your ideal client, which means diving incredibly deep. You want to know who they are, what they're doing, what they're thinking, what they really need and what they want in order to really understand how you can market to them in a way that they can hear. So there are two areas generally when we talk about your ideal clients. The first is your demographic, and those are the hard coded things like age and gender and jobs and marital status. They're the facts that play a role in how that you're going to create relevant messaging, and in paid traffic, how you're going to target the right people. There are also the adjustable factors, and these are generally what business owners are targeting. There are aspects of a person's life that are always changing. They're the problem that you have that you can step in and help them change. These are things like, what are they thinking? What are they feeling? What are their challenges? What's keeping them up at night? What is it that they want more than anything else? And more importantly, how can you help them reach that? This is where your messaging comes into play. And it's really learning exactly what they need to hear in order to connect with you, in order to take that first step in whatever your funnel looks like. And more importantly, to move down the funnel so that they're able to purchase from you. Because ads, while amazing, aren't really going to do you any good if you're not bringing in quality buyers. The next piece of constructing your strategy is really to design your customer journey. This is where you understand every step of the journey to get to the buyer and beyond. I like to term it as dating your ideal client, and I know I've taught this in a past training. Realistically, it is, how are you going to introduce yourself to your client? What is the strategy to do that? Where is your client at in the problem solution journey? Which means, do they know that they have a problem, or do they know that there's a solution specifically out there? So if you think about it from a perspective of a weight loss coach, oftentimes their people know they have a problem, right? They want to lose weight. They want to get healthier. Depends on, who they're targeting. But they don't necessarily understand what the solution to that problem is. So being able to offer them a solution, to being able to offer them what it is that they desire more than anything else, lets you to step into their problem and helps you to bring them along that journey. When you understand where they're at to start with, you can then better lay out the steps that it takes to get them from introduction to buying. Those pieces are your customer journey, and your ads can facilitate every step, but only if you know what they are to begin with. The last piece in your strategy that you really want to think about is calculating your results based on the investment. When going into paid traffic, you really want to know exactly what it is that you're going to make based on what it is that you're going to invest. This is what I mean. When you're looking at, maybe you have booked calls, right? Maybe you are a business owner who has a $5, $10, $15, $20,000 program, and you do sales calls. You need to understand how much money it takes to bring those sales calls in, what your conversion rate is from those sales calls, and what you're going to have on the other end. It is incredibly important to understand all of the steps and how much money you actually have to invest, and whether or not that investment is going to bring you the rate of return that you want. Reality is that while we can use ads and spend very little money, generally those ads aren't going to bring us sales. Ads that bring sales are going to be a bigger investment, and you need to know if you're ready for that investment before you step into it. Having those 3 pieces to your strategy will really help you to understand what you're doing before you even step into actually creating the ads. And it will also help you along the way to adjust and pivot, knowing what your KPIs are. How much do you need to spend in order to get a lead? How much does that lead need to cost in order for you to get a sale? How many of them do you need to have? All of those pieces will help you to understand if the ads themselves are even working. I like to use KPIs as kind of a roadmap. And like with any journey, if you don't have a map to get there, how do you know when you're successful or when you're not? A lot of times, business owners can run ads and they can bring in leads at a really low cost per lead. But if those leads aren't turning into sales, it doesn't matter how cheap they are. Step 2 is all about creating that customer journey. We're going to dive even deeper into your customer journey in this step, because you want to be able to attract your ideal clients and customers to your business daily. In order to do that, you need to create a system that allows you to be everywhere without actually having to be everywhere, so that you can generate new quality leads on your list every single day and create consistency and predictability in your business. Creating this experience leading up to the sales can make your business growth incredibly easy. What I mean by the customer journey is not just what I went over in step 1, which is that outline. I'm talking about the funnel itself. What is your lead magnet? How are you bringing them in to your funnel? Is it something that is going to warm them up in a way that gets them ready to buy? A couple trainings ago, I did an in-depth study into really a lead magnet and how to create a really profitable one. This piece is not just the lead magnet. It's also the email sequence that follows. It's also retargeting ads. There are so many pieces that go into really creating your customer journey. When you're thinking about this, you want to think about what is your ideal client's problem, the small problem that you can help them fix that will lead to them fixing the larger issue. What are they struggling with the most in this moment? Not the huge transformation, but in this moment. So if we're talking about your that weight loss coach, right? Their people are struggling with weight loss. You get to focus on how to help them with that, just that, even though you know that there are so many other pieces that are involved. We want to sell them what they want, weight loss, in order to give them what they need, a healthy relationship with food. You also want to think about, what do your ideal clients need to learn, do, hear, feel, understand in order to shift them out of their narrow tunnel vision of I have a problem, so that you're able to show them that you're the solution to that problem. So when you're thinking about your ideal client, what is the end result? What is it that they will achieve when it comes to this top of the funnel ad? What problems are you solving for them? And can you consistently convey that problem across every step of your marketing? Is it consistently attracting the same people with the same problems? Without that deep thought work, without creating a way to bring in leads, and more importantly, testing it so that you know that that funnel will actually turn into sales, you end up spending money on ads rather than investing in your business. You want to make sure that you are creating a way to generate leads that really connects with your ideal client and helps them buy from you. When you're able to solve a very specific problem in a way that your ideal clients love, they will flock to you and sign up for that free offer, which then turns into buying from you later. Now, the other opportunity in this space is sometimes business owners don't necessarily need to do a free offer. Maybe it's a micro offer. Maybe you charge them $7 or $11 or $57 or $97, something under $100. And that training, whatever it is so valuable and gives them a big enough shift that they have such a desire to work with you. How you focus, how you sell this top of the funnel offer is all about your benefits and the outcome versus the steps, the solution to their overall problem. Step 3, all about designing your creatives. Now, taking step 1 and step 2, we're combining those in so that you can create the messaging, the images, videos, yes, my friends, videos, reels, all of those pieces that help you to connect with your audience. Your messaging really does need to be dialed in. It needs to be dialed in so that you are speaking directly to your audience. Depending on which platform you use, whether that's Facebook or LinkedIn or YouTube or Google, is the type of messaging is going to vary. And I will tell you, it is all going to be incredibly important because the algorithms in the back end, sometimes they attract the very right person, right? When you have a very targeted ad, it attracts exactly who you want. Sometimes who you're targeting is much broader, so that messaging is even more important. You want to make sure that it is speaking directly to your audience. Your imaging needs to connect with them and have them stop the scroll. This can be anything from you, or it could be stock imaging, or it could be something completely outside the box. It all depends on what your audience is going to say, ooh, I need to look at this. And that also comes to play in videos and reels. Honestly, if you're going to run a video ad, it needs to be 2 minutes or less. If it is longer than 2 minutes, you are going to lose your audience before you even get to the sales point or asking them the call to action to do something. Make sure that no matter what you're putting out there, the messaging, the imaging, the videos, the reels, all of them have a very specific call to action on it, because people will do exactly what you tell them to do. And if you don't tell them to do something, I guarantee you they will do nothing. Having all of these pieces really dialed into who you are, who you serve, and what their problem is going to help you to create that profitable ad and draw in the buyers that you're looking for. Step 4 is validating your audience. I have actually had clients come to me in the past who said, I work with XYZ client. Maybe they're women 25 to 40 who struggle with, I actually had one client. She said her ideal client was a woman 25 to 40 who struggled with investing. And when we actually started testing her and looking into her analytics, she had Google Analytics on the back of her website. So when we had started looking at that, what we found was that her messaging actually attracted men in the 30 to 50 range. Same struggle, right? They struggled with investing. Being able to understand who your audience and what your message is actually attracting will help you to validate that audience. So really understanding that your message actually helps to lift your audience validation is incredibly important. You want to make sure that no matter what platform you use, you are creating an audience that is who you want to attract and that you're able to do that. I look at this portion, actually I look at marketing in general from a scientific perspective, because we start with a hypothesis, right? Like that woman who said, I want to work with women who are 25 to 40. Then we test it and found out that the results showed us that that's not actually who she attracts. So then we modify our test and do it again. Make sure that whatever assumptions you have, you are actually testing. Test the message, test variations of messaging so that you know what is actually hitting with your audience. When you are running ads, it is a good idea to have at least 5 to 10 different variations already built out so that you're able to really stand back, launch one or two, see what happens, turn one off, add the next one. This will give you a very fast ability to test things rather than having to start from scratch every time. The last piece of validating your audience is really analyzing the data to know what's working and what isn't. Being able to understand what each of those KPIs are. What is your cost per lead? What is your cost per landing page? How many clicks are you having? What's your click-through rate? All of these pieces help to tell you different things about the ads and your funnel itself so that you're able to understand what's working. Sometimes the front of the ad works just fine. You're getting people to click on the ad, they're going over to the landing page, but they're not taking action. Which then gives us the opportunity to look at the landing page and go, what can I change on there that might actually bring them to take action? Those are the pieces of ads. Looking at them will really help you to create ads in a way that makes your business profitable and the ads to really elevate your business. The last piece is really to launch your ads. You're going to test, you're going to scale, and you're going to optimize. You're going to test exactly what I said just a minute ago. Have a bunch of copy, a bunch of creatives that you can test throughout the process. When you find one that works, you start adding more money to it to scale it so that you continue to make money. And that whole, I put $1 in to get $2 back attitude starts to make sense. And then you're always optimizing it, which means always looking for a way to make it better. Looking at the small pieces that you might be able to tweak just a little bit. Or if your ad starts to struggle a bit, looking at what was working and what changes can we make in order to make it work again. These 5 steps will really help you to create profitable ads so that you're able to grow your business, increase your revenue, and scale your impact. Now, if you're looking for help with this, I would love to have a free strategy session with you. And I promise you will walk away with one actionable item to help you to create ads or some other area of your marketing. Head over to virtualmarketingexpert.com/grow-me and sign up for that free strategy call. I am super excited to be able to share ads with you and the power of them. Talk to you soon.